The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Alan Watts, 2. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Vivian Green, 3. Every story has an end, but in life, every ending is just anew. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the mountains, there lived a young girl named Lily. She was known for her bright smile and cheerful demeanor. But behind her radiant facade, Lily carried a heavy burden of sadness. She had lost both her parents in a tragic accident when she was just a. It is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which, more than anything else, will affect its successful outcome. William James. A Beethoven string quartet is truly, as someone has said, a scraping of horses' tails on cats' bowels, and may be exhaustively described in such terms, but the application of this description in no way precludes the simultaneous applicability of an entirely different description. William James. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, then go to the mirror and look at yourself, and see what that man has to say. For it isn't a man's father, mother, or wife whose judgment upon him must pass, the fellow whose verdict counts most in Lee. Cubism is the art of depicting new wholes, with formal elements borrowed not only from the reality of vision, but from that of conception. By Elaine Becketti. Probably won't send this, but I just want to say that while you sat snug under a chandelier, inviting us to gaze past you into a salon fit for a king, the kind of king you imagine you would butyl this devilish disease came along. We were stretching our elastic bands. Questions. How bloody would the killer be after stabbing for people? Where is Brian Koberger's car now? Is it being examined for evidence? Might Brian Koberger be additionally charged with obstruction of justice for thoroughly cleaning his car? Has Brian Koberger been charged with every pause? Heartfelt quotes.blogspot.com. If a man loves a woman's soul, he will end up loving one woman. But if he just loves a woman's body or face, all the women in the world won't satisfy. Where is Brian Koberger's car now? Is it being examined for evidence? Might Brian Koberger be additionally charged with obstruction of justice for thoroughly cleaning his car? Has Brian Koberger been charged with every possible crime for which they can charge him? It might be a good idea to include. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the mountains, there lived a young girl named Lily. She was known for her bright smile and cheerful demeanor. But behind her radiant facade, Lily carried a heavy burden of sadness. She had lost both her parents in a tragic accident when she was just